Imagine you've worked incredibly hard all year. You completed projects, solved problems, helped customers, supported your colleagues, took on extra responsibilities. And then your performance review arrives. Your manager asks, "What are your biggest accomplishments this year?" And suddenly, you can't remember half of them. You say, "I worked on a lot of projects. I helped the team. I think I did pretty well." And that's it. Meanwhile, someone else walks into the same meeting with specific examples, measurable results, and documented achievements. They aren't necessarily working harder than you. They're simply better prepared to communicate their impact. And that's what we're talking about today. Because doing valuable work is important, but being able to explain the value of your work is also a professional skill. Let's get into it. Step 1. Understand the difference between tasks and achievements. This is one of the biggest mistakes professionals make. They describe what they were responsible for instead of what they accomplished. For example, "I manage customer inquiries." That's a responsibility. It's part of the job. But imagine saying, "I improve the customer response process and help reduce delays in resolving common inquiries." Now we're talking about an achievement. The first statement tells us what you do. The second tells us what changed because of your work. That's the difference. Your job description explains your responsibilities. Your achievements demonstrate your impact. Step 2. Start an achievement log. Don't wait for your performance review. Start documenting your achievements throughout the year. It can be extremely simple. Create a document or a spreadsheet. Whenever something important happens, record it. Did you complete a major project? Write it down. Did you solve a difficult problem? Write it down. Did a customer recognize your work? Save it. Did you improve a process? Document it. Did you take on additional responsibility? Record it. You don't need to spend an hour every day doing this. A few minutes regularly can make an enormous difference. Because 6 months from now, you're probably not going to remember every important thing you accomplished this week. Your achievement log will. Step 3. Focus on results. One of the strongest ways to demonstrate your value is to show results. Instead of simply saying, "I created a new reporting system," ask, "What did that system improve? Did it save time? Reduce errors? Make information easier to access? Help managers make decisions? Improve productivity?" The action matters. But the result often matters even more. Think about your work in terms of action, impact, result. What did you do? Why did it matter? What changed afterward? That framework can transform an ordinary description into a powerful professional achievement. Step 4. Use numbers when you can. Numbers can make achievements easier to understand. For example, "I helped customers." That's vague. "I supported more than 100 customer inquiries during the quarter." That's specific. Or, "I improved the reporting process." That's useful. But, "I improved the reporting process and reduced preparation time by 2 hours each month." Now the impact is much clearer. Look for measurements such as time saved, money saved, revenue generated, customers supported, projects completed, errors reduced, deadlines achieved, processes improved, employees trained. Not every achievement will have a number. That's okay. But when you have meaningful data, use it. Step 5. Don't ignore qualitative achievements. Here's something important. Not every valuable contribution can be measured with a number. Maybe you helped a new employee learn the job. Maybe you resolved a difficult customer situation. Maybe you improved communication between 2 teams. Maybe you prevented a recurring problem. Maybe you became the person colleagues trusted when they needed help. These contributions still matter. Explain the situation. Explain what you did. Explain what improved afterward. A strong professional achievement doesn't always need a percentage attached to it. It needs context and evidence. Step 6. Save positive feedback. Here's a simple career habit that can pay off later. Save positive feedback. If your manager sends you a message saying you handled something well, keep it. If a client thanks you for your work, record it. If a colleague recognizes your contribution, make a note. If you receive an award or formal recognition, document it. Positive feedback can help demonstrate the impact of your work. It can also reveal strengths that you may not recognize yourself. Just remember to handle workplace information responsibly. Don't remove confidential company information from approved systems. The goal is to maintain an appropriate record of your professional accomplishments. Step 7. Connect your work to business goals. Your work becomes more meaningful when you can explain how it supports larger objectives. Ask yourself, what problem did I solve? Who benefited? What did this improve? What business goal did it support? For example, maybe you created a better spreadsheet. The spreadsheet itself isn't necessarily the achievement. Perhaps the real achievement was making information easier to access and helping the team make decisions faster. That's the bigger story. Don't focus only on what you produced. Focus on the value it created. Step 8. Show your growth. Your achievements should tell a story about your development. Maybe you started the year supporting projects. Then you began managing parts of those projects yourself. Later, you started leading the entire process. That's career growth. Or perhaps you started with basic responsibilities and gradually developed advanced technical skills. Your achievements can demonstrate increasing capability, increasing responsibility, increasing confidence, increasing impact. When you look at your accomplishments together, ask, how have I become more valuable compared with a year ago? That's a powerful question. Step 9. Don't wait for your manager to notice everything. Here's an uncomfortable reality. Your manager may not see everything you do. They have their own responsibilities, meetings, deadlines, projects, problems, decisions. They may only see a small part of your daily work. That doesn't necessarily mean they don't appreciate you. It means visibility matters. Professionally communicating your achievements helps make your contribution easier to understand. This doesn't mean constantly telling everyone how great you are. It means providing useful information at appropriate moments. During project updates, performance reviews, one-on-one meetings, promotion conversations, career discussions. Use those moments to communicate your contribution clearly. Step 10. Don't turn achievements into bragging. Some professionals avoid discussing their accomplishments because they're worried about sounding arrogant. There's a difference between arrogance and professional visibility. Arrogance says, I'm the best person here. Professional communication says, I led this project, improved the process, and helped reduce the time required to complete the work. One is a claim. The other is evidence. You don't need to exaggerate. You don't need to take credit for other people's work. You don't need to make yourself sound extraordinary. Just be accurate. Be specific. Be honest. Let the evidence speak. Step 11. Prepare your 5 biggest achievements. Before your next performance review, identify your 5 strongest accomplishments. For each one, ask, what was the situation? What did I do? Why did it matter? What changed? What evidence supports the result? This gives you a ready-made set of examples. Instead of trying to remember an entire year, you have your strongest stories prepared. And that makes the conversation much easier. Step 12. Use your achievements beyond performance reviews. Here's where your achievement record becomes even more valuable. It isn't just for annual reviews. Your documented accomplishments can help with promotion discussions, salary negotiations, job interviews, internal applications, leadership opportunities, professional portfolios, career planning. Imagine being asked during an interview, tell me about a time you improved a process. If you've been documenting your achievements, you already have examples. You don't have to invent an answer. You can tell a real story. That's powerful. The achievement formula. Let's make this extremely simple. Whenever you want to document an accomplishment, use this structure. What was the challenge? What did I do? What was the result? Why did it matter? For example, a team was struggling with delayed project updates. You created a clearer tracking process. Project information became easier to monitor. The team had better visibility and fewer missed updates. Now you have an achievement story. What not to do. There are also some mistakes you should avoid. Don't exaggerate your results. Don't claim credit for someone else's contribution. Don't turn every conversation into a list of accomplishments. Don't use vague statements when specific evidence is available. Don't rely entirely on your manager to remember your work. And don't wait until the performance review to start documenting everything. Your career deserves better record keeping than that. Your achievement checklist. Before your next performance review, ask yourself, have I documented my biggest accomplishments? Have I tracked measurable results? Have I saved appropriate positive feedback? Can I explain the impact of my work? Can I connect my achievements to business goals? Can I demonstrate how I've grown? Can I provide specific examples? Can I explain my contribution without exaggerating it? If you can answer yes, you're prepared. The bigger career lesson. Here's the bigger lesson behind all of this. Your career isn't only built through the work you perform. It's also built through your ability to communicate your value. Hard work matters. Skills matter. Experience matters. But if your contributions remain invisible, opportunities can pass you by. That's why professional visibility matters. Not attention, not bragging, not constantly talking about yourself. Visibility, the ability to make your contribution clear when it matters. So start today. Document the project you completed. Record the problem you solved. Save the feedback you received. Write down the result. And keep building your professional evidence. Because when the next performance review arrives, you won't have to say, I think I did a good job. You'll be able to say, here is what I accomplished, here is the impact, and here is how I've grown. That's a much stronger career conversation. And remember, don't just do valuable work. Learn how to show its value. If you found this video useful, subscribe for more practical career strategies designed to help you build a stronger, more secure professional future. And remember, protect your career before problems become crises.